KO Tutorials. So here I am coming up with a new tutorial on modeling and texturing a asset using Maya and Substance Painter. So let's get started. So what we'll be doing over here is like we'll be modeling a basic barrel over here. So I'll show you how to unwrap it and how to take it into Substance Painter. So let's just take a cylinder over here. I'll just create a cylinder. I'll just go over here. Let's model very basic cylinder over here. So I'll just do some basic things over here first. So I'll go into this again. I'll just put one loop over here. Let's put one loop over here. I'll just select this. I'll just go over here and I'll slightly give a bit of extrude. So main motive is texturing it. So I'll just create this again. I'll just extrude it. I'll just click OK. Alright. So let's do the unwrapping stuff over here. How we can unwrap this stuff. So first of all, even you can use directly. First I'll just go to the top over here. I'll just select the top. I'll go into this, go into the UV, go into the planar. I'll say a planar map. I can even unwrap it, the whole thing with a cylindrical mapping as well. So I'll just extract the stuff if needed from here. So again I'll go over here, I'll select this. Let's just select this. Again go into UV, go into planar, go over here, just drag this out. So now I can again select this. So let's put a cut actually. So we'll just put a cut over here. So this is one part. So even this, if you see this, this is a separate element. So you want, we can do that. So I'll just go over here first, select this, and let's go into this and give a cut over here. modify and say unfold. So go into this and say stitch together, modify and fold it. So this is a part which is just separated. We can just go over here and here. Let's just cut it and unfold it. All right. So once this is done, so I am just focusing on the unwrapping, trying to unwrap it. I'm sorry, in the texturing part. So I'll just do this basics. Okay, we'll just keep it as round only. That looks better now. So I'll just go over here. I'll select this, go into modify, and say just click layout. So I'll just do the layouting stuff over here in this way. So once this is done, you can assign the checkers if needed. Let's go into this, assign new material. Let's give a Lambert, and I'll just assign a checker over here. You can see the checker is correctly fitting. Alright, so let's go into file, let's go into export selection. I'll just export it in FBX format. I'll just click on export over here. I'll just go onto this. I'll just save it in D drive. Let's name it as drum. Export it. So once this is done, let's go into the Substance Painter. So now let's go into file, let's click on new over here, and now when you are clicking on new option, you have document resolution. Let's keep it as 1024. Later on we can change it. We'll off this import cameras and auto unwrap, off this option as well. Let's click on select. Let's go into this, go into the select. Let's go into this file, and let's open this and click OK. So once you click OK, you see that your model has been opened up over here, and your UVs are also opened up over here. So you have this one layer only, because this is single object. If you just click on the different give different Lamberts, then you can easily change it into the texture sets. So what I'll do over here, I'll just keep it as one. So whenever you import it, let's go into the texture set settings. Let's go into this, and I have one option that is called bake mesh maps. So I had explained it earlier that you need to bake this maps. So let's click on bake mesh maps. I'll go into this and I'll set my bake mesh maps output size to 2048. So which maps you want to bake it? You want to bake normal map, ID map. So I'll explain you how the ID works. Ambient occlusion, thickness map. So let's bake all these maps over here, and let's click on bake selected textures. So let's just bake all this. So you need to bake all this maps over here. So it is making each and every map over here, as you can see. So once this is done, now you see that you can just click on OK, and you see the texture set list, all everything is baked over here. Let's go into the layer panel, and now very first of all let's assign one base fill over here. So I'll just delete this. Let's take, go into the substance painter, I'm sorry, go into the materials, that's your textures over here, and let's assign something rust fine material over here. I can just assign a rust fine, or if you have any kind of a metal or something, I can just go with that. So you can assign according to your needs over here. So you also have some smart materials as well. So if you want, you can go with some smart materials also over here. You have some smart materials. So if you want, you can directly assign this smart materials. I'll explain you the smart materials. So first I'll just go into this, and I'll just assign a steel painted woven smart material. Let's just assign this. Let's just click on this. So once you click on this, you will see that there are multiple properties which were assigned with this particular material will be shown over here. Into the smart material. It's a bit heavy because I've taken a 2K over here. We can slightly reduce it. So that's a steel painted. Alright. So once you see that I have just used the steel painted over here, if you go into this, you have multiple properties of rust as well, as you can see. So different layers have been already assigned into this. So let's again go over here. I can go into the rust over here, and if you want any of the properties to be increased, you can just increase that. So I'll just click on that. Let's go into this. If you want, I can just change the color of it, of this map as well, slightly. I'll just make it as 1024. That will make it much easier. So let's click on the height map over here. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's alt and click on this. So we have already assigned this rust course over here as well. If you only click on the height, see you have this rust course which has been assigned over here. Again, I'll go into this and activate this color, metal, roughness and height. Let's go into this layer over here. I'll off this, let's take a new fill layer. So you can just take a new fill layer right on the top of it. So you can just take a fill layer and say add a black mask if needed. Let's go into the mask over here. I'll take a brush and you can assign some rust or something. We don't have rust over here into this. I can go into this and say some rust, or else I'll just click over here. I'll add a generator. Let's add a generator over here. Go into the generator and say, you can, if you want, you can just assign this something kind of a dripping stuff. That's for the paint. You can slightly reduce this. I'll just assign this in the generator, and if you just invert the mask, it will go in this way. So let's just invert it. We'll just keep it like this. I want something dripping effect over here, so I'll just go into the levels. I'll just slightly reduce it if needed. Again, add a fill. You can just add a fill over here, and if you don't need this dripping, you can just delete this. I'll again add a generator. Go into this, and we have one more, that's metal edged wear. You can use this as well. So let's just click on the metal edge wear. So you can see the edges will give you a kind of a different look over here. You can try to invert this, but don't invert it. We'll just keep this as usual. So that's, you will get the effect of a metal edged wear. You can see this. So you can just click on this metal edge wear, and you can increase the levels if needed. Go down over here, edge smoothness, grunge amount. You can decrease the grunge amount if needed. So this is going to assign on this particular top layer. Again, I'll take a new fill layer. Let's take a new fill layer, and let's add a black mask. Again, let's go into this, and you can go into the smart mask over here, and we have different masks over here. I can just check out some dirt spots or something, dirt splashes, or we can just go over here. All right. Dirt dry, we can just drag it on the mask if needed. So you can just use it on the mask if needed, or if you want, you can directly go into this. We also have the large rust amount. I'll just drag this rust and I drop on the mask, so I'll get some rusting stuff over here. So if you see this, I get this rust over here onto the top. You can do this changes, whatever changes are required, I can do that. Base, sharpness, that can also be done. Again, take a new fill layer. Let's take again a fill layer. Let's okay, let's take a black mask. And we have this rust course as well. So I can just, if you want, I can just drag it, rust colored. I can apply it on top of it. So as you see now, So directly, as you see, if I applied it is directly assigned on top of it. You can just go into this, add a black mask over here. Let's click on the mask, and we have a property that's called polygon fill. So if I just want on top of it, I'll just select this and I'll just use that rust part only on top of that. I'll just make it very low. So I'll just use it. So as you can see, whenever you are using this polygon mask over here, it is only going to affect. So we are trying to remove only, keep that only that area which is required. So let's go into the layers. I'll just save it. Now again go into this texture set. Let's make it as 1024. So I'll just slightly increase it. Now let's go into the layer and go to the first layer, that's the steel paint wall. So I can just click on this sharpen option. I can go into the height map, and if you want I can slightly increase or decrease the height of it for the sharpness. I can go into this, I can increase the sharpen intensity. Also let's go down again into the paint. We have this roughness property. I can increase or decrease this property. You need to get the correct part. Alright, so let's again go down. You can increase the tiling if needed. You can make it okay. Alright, I'll just keep it this only. We can slightly increase or decrease the roughness of it. So as you can see, we have this maps over here as well. On the other hand, we have this stuff correctly. So metallic we are not using it right now. I'll just keep it as well. So let's just check this, the rust occlusion map. All right. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So as you can see, we have modeled and textured this particular drum over here using a substance painter. So different properties we have used, if you can see over here. So if you see this, I can rotate and show you how it's going to look over here. So this looks much perfect now. All right. All right. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.